Hello everybody, my name is Superscrull. Welcome back to Let's Play Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, where we last left off. We took down Lucia von Bardis and stopped her terrorist bombings and her kamikaze robots and her Latvian soldier army. Sort of. I mean, we did do it. It took several tries, and we're still coming off of a C. But we did it. We still saved the world, even if it was, you know, a shoddy job. It was still a world saving, city saving. So, give me a thumbs up for that. Let's continue with the story.
Manhattan continues to reel after tonight's devastating terror attack. Inside sources are indicating that the terrorists may have been from Latveria. Furthermore, they claim last night's attack was in direct retaliation for a secret, unsanctioned shield assault on Castle Doom exactly 1 year ago. SHIELD Director Nicholas Fury, now wanted for questioning in connection with these claims, has disappeared. In his absence, Commander Maria Hill has been named Acting Director of SHIELD. Superheroes potentially linked to the Latverian mission have refused to comment, leaving the rest of us to wonder why this horrible tragedy had to happen.
You hear what they're saying about that mission in Latveria?
Calling me shocked, Steve. I have suspected we weren't sanctioned.
You have suspected? Nice of you to say so at the time.
Given a choice between Fury and the government, who are you gonna trust?
Tough call. That's why I didn't even ask you to make it. So, thanks to you, all this is on our hands. No, not on yours.
The evidence is right here, sir. We're under attack.
Colonel Fury, since Dr. Doom's death, Lucia von Bardis has bent over backwards to mend the ties between America and Latveria. We got her elected. This year alone, we lent her country $72 million in aid.
Yes, sir. And it hurts to imagine what she's done with that money, knowing what we now know.
Thank you, Colonel.
I have a recommended response scenario for the
That won't be necessary.
Sir, if I may, this situation is sure to escalate.
We have a pleasant relationship with Lucia. We'll handle things diplomatically. Thank you for your report.
I kept you in the dark so that if something like this ever happened, your consciences would be clear. It's on me, and I'm taking the fall for this one.
You got that right.
Damn it, Stark. You think these things grow on trees?
I'm sure you've got plenty of backups, old man. You always do.
Enjoy your exile, Fury. Wherever you are. We'll just stay here and keep picking up the pieces.
So it seems we actually illegally entered Latveria and basically killed their prime minister / president. So I'm kind of on the side of, you know, Captain America and Fury here. Not Fury, sorry, Captain America and Iron Man. Because Fury kind of makes these decisions that he thinks are right. And a lot of the time the heroes don't agree because they're not hero-like things, like attacking a country without any reason to.
As of 0900 this morning, I, Maria Hill, have been promoted to Acting Director of SHIELD. Some things are going to change around here, starting now. There will be no more reckless cowboy nonsense under my watch. Whatever the hell it is Nick Fury got up to last year, he's going to answer for it. For those of you just arriving to the party, the Latverians seem to think Fury led an illegal strike team onto their sovereign soil. For what reason, I can only imagine. But even if Fury is innocent, the fact remains the Latverians attacked us here. This will not happen again so long as I have my hand on the wheel. Am I understood?
Dude, I just saw what's-her-name in the crowd. Oh god, I'm blanking. The light girl, who's with the dark-powered guy. You know who I'm talking about? Shard? Is that her name, Shard? No, Dagger. Dagger's her name. Oh my god, I saw Dagger in the crowd there. I also love how when Fury's in charge, Maria's just like, yes, Fury, I'll do what you say, Fury, because you're the commander right now, and I'm second in command. But as soon as he's gone, she's like, I don't care how Fury did things. I didn't like the way he did things. I'm doing it my way now, because I grew up all of a sudden. Like, geez, calm down, girl. Also, what am I doing? I gotta change the team. I hate this team. You know what? They have good striking, but other than that, I need a flyer. I need a projectile specialist. I need all of this. First of all, let's save game. Yes, I haven't saved in a while. It has auto-saved, but I haven't actually saved. Castle interior. Let's get rid of that. Change. I always save the game before I change the team. I should change the team first, so I just save myself a little bit of time if I ever need to load at this point. Anyway, yeah, Maria Hill. I don't know how I feel about her. I've always thought of her as a throw-off character. Like, she kind of is written as one, you know? She's not this cool character that everyone's just like, yo, Maria Hill's so cool. I've never met a person that was like, Maria Hill, yeah, total big fan of her. Definitely. It's always been more like, who? Is Captain America striking 21? I'm paying way too much attention to this 21 crap, honestly. Or the striking nonsense. Why is Iron Man striking so low? Is my only issue there. Okay, let's get Deadpool back, I guess. Hulk, do I want Spidey? I kind of want Spidey.
Spider-Man.
I also want to keep Psylocke, but I think I will switch her out for... Her striking is so high, though. Like, Ms. Marvel is nowhere near as high. You know what? I want to keep Psylocke, which means I have to switch out Wolverine. But he's got really high striking as well. Spider-Man has better focus and teamwork than Deadpool, but Deadpool has two better body, which doesn't really make a difference, and focus is one difference again. Focus, by the way, if you don't know, is how much like energy they have, the blue bar. So body is the red bar, focus is the blue bar. I'm assuming, well, striking is attack damage, and I'm assuming teamwork means how effective their fusion powers would be with someone who has other, you know, maybe that's the stat, maybe it's not, maybe it is. Maybe how effective they are at working together, which obviously is what teamwork is, but I don't know what stat it actually affects. Like what ability, you know, what number it affects. But anyway, Deadpool, I guess, can leave for who though? For Cap?
Captain America.
I already have Deadpool, so if I'm gonna have Deadpool, I don't need to have Blade in the team at the same time, because they basically have similar abilities, you know, swords and guns. Ms. Marvel's... okay, I guess Ms. Marvel, sure. Wait, no, how much body does 14? Alright, you know, let's try out this team. We got some strong people, and we got some distance hitters, and we got some heavy hitters. So that should be good, I guess. Get a bit more, you know, heroines in the team. I go with them, but just barely. We can't be Spider-Woman, which is, you know, bad, because I really like Spider-Woman from the beginning, because I could abuse her energy blast, her venom blast, or whatever that is. You can also jump or fly to avoid ground attacks. That's awesome. I should get more flyers. Why does Iron Man striking so low compared to everyone else? Not everyone else, but, you know, other people. I don't understand. Also, I never forgot to mention that I never forgot to mention that. I forgot to mention that if you didn't understand that whole thing where Nick Fury showed up and then Iron Man blasted him and there was a hole in him and he was just a robot. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but he's a robot, sort of. Nick Fury was notorious for using LMDs, which stands for Life Model Decoys.
Question, Mr. Senator. In spite of these recent events, I don't believe forcing superheroes to register with the government is the answer. This law would split the hero community right down the middle, with consequences I'm not sure any of us want to ponder.
Was that really your best shot?
Sneaking around doesn't become you, Steve.
Maybe I'll need the practice. Maybe we all will.
Don't be so melodramatic. This whole thing would affect you least of all. You're already deputized.
You almost sound like you agree with them. This Registration Act would tear down everything we've done, destroy a century-old tradition of...
I'm trying to save it, Steve. As much of it as I can, anyway. Don't you see where this is headed? All it's going to take is one more slip-up by anyone in a cape, and we'll be lucky if registration is the worst they do. They could just turn us all into criminals, hunt us all down.
No, they won't, Tony. Not in my country.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Now return to our special live episode of The New Warriors, coming to you straight from Stamford, Connecticut, where the Warriors have just been spotted by their supervillain quarry. Looks like it's on.
I've got Coldheart, you guys. Hey, somebody snag Nitro. He's rabbiting.
Don't worry, Speedball. I'm on him. On your feet, Nitro. And don't bother trying any of your stupid exploding tricks.
Oh, baby, don't you even know? You're playing with the big boys now.
Reports now coming in from Stamford, Connecticut indicate a massive explosion in a residential neighborhood. The events leading to the explosion were witnessed by millions of TV viewers of the
Just
New
over
Warrior.
12 hours ago now, and preliminary casualties are said to be over 600. In Washington, rumblings on whether superhero reform should be brought to the
Following
table.
last week's devastating explosion, Congress has rushed through passage of the Superhuman Registration Act. With the president expected to sign the act into law, concerns have been raised as to how the country's superheroes might react.
This is just completely insane, Hill. I won't do it.
I'm sorry, was it not clear I was giving you an order?
You're asking me to arrest people who risk their lives for this country every day.
No, I'm ordering you to obey the will of the American people, Captain. Either you help us bring them in, or we'll bring you in.
Weapons down, gentlemen. Or I...
Trank darts, now!
Keep us moving, son, if you want to stay conscious.
You idiot. We were trying to save lives.
Of all the people to go underground, Captain America. Now every superhero who disagrees with the act suddenly has a leader. Maybe we should hold off until...
That won't be necessary, Mr. President. Registration can go forward as planned. We'll take care of Captain America.
So a lot just happened there. A lot of information to digest, and I'm going to explain it all to you before we decide. Because now, right here, it says choose your side. We have a choice between choosing the Anti-Registration Act, which is Captain America's side. So you can see we get Luke Cage, we get Daredevil, and we get Storm. Or we can go pro-registration, and we'll get Thor, which, mind you, I'm actually not going to spoil what the whole thing behind Thor. If you want to know about that, read the comic yourself. Ms. Marvel, Reed Richards, Iron Man side. So before I choose any side, let me explain what just happened. Everything you just saw was very true to what happened in the comic book. The Marvel Civil War comic book started off with that TV broadcast that Tony was watching, where those amateur team of superheroes try to stop some bad guys for a TV show. And what ends up happening is the guy, Nitro, blows up and he destroys the entire surrounding area, including a child's, like a middle school or elementary school, and it kills hundreds and hundreds of kids. And that is what triggers the Registration Act, because then they were like, oh, because they were already on a thin line, as you saw, or a thin rope, whatever you want to call it. And that act right there of superheroes, you know, getting hundreds of people killed was a big thing. So the government was like, we got to stop this right now. The capes we were letting go by because they were helping people, but now hundreds of people have died on sovereign soil. We can't let this continue. So they're like, we're registering you guys for the very least, so we know each and every one of you. We're going to put you on the payroll of America. So if you're not going to get on board with this, hang up your tights, because you're done. That's basically what it was. And even if you're done, you're still going to get registered. So the whole point of it was to deputize all of them, like Tony said, and put the make them government employees basically. So there's two sides to this. Obviously, Captain America, despite being well known, a soldier and always listening to orders, he doesn't agree with this. And Tony, on the other hand, in the comic book, what ended up happening was with the mother of one of the children who was killed in the explosion. She goes to Tony and was like, "Oh, you son of a blah blah blah. All you people care about is yourselves, blah blah blah." And she slaps him across the face. And then he's like, "Oh, realization. Pretty girl just slapped me." It wasn't really have to do with the fact that she was pretty, but I swear it does. And he's like, "You know what? She's right. People got killed. We gotta do this." Funny because Tony seems like a bad boy. He doesn't follow the rules. He doesn't care about authority, because he's already, who cares? And not Iron Man, Captain America is the total opposite. He's, authority, you gotta listen. I'm Captain America, follow the rules. I'm a Boy Scout. So it's funny how they've taken, that Captain America's taken the opposite side to what the government wants, and Tony has taken the side he has. And Tony's actually one of the leading forces behind this. So now we gotta decide between who we want to follow. Now, this is a very controversial topic, because it's like, even it is only a comic book / game, and now everyone chose their sides, when they're reading the comic book and all that, and I chose my own side when reading the comic as well. So, also, let me just pause there for a second. That scene where Maria Hill was like, "Captain America, you gotta get on board with this," and then she has all her soldiers be like, "Yo, train your guards on him," and he's like, "You know what? Screw you, I'm out," jump out of a plane and then threaten a guy in a smaller plane, jump out of the helicopter rather, and then jump onto a plane and threaten him to take me down. That's actually exactly what happened in the comic book as well, and that was one of the coolest moments ever, most tense moment probably in a long time I've read in comics. Not most tense, but it was very tense for the time when I was reading it, because I was like, oh my god, is Captain America really defying S.H.I.E.L.D.? It was like a really cool breaking moment, total gush over kind of thing. Captain America's got his little badass side to him now. So I'm not gonna. I don't actually know what heroes I get per side, except for the 4 depicted here. So I'm not choosing this based on who I'm going to be able to unlock, because I think, if I remember rightly, being pro-registration will get you Spider-Man. And I remember choosing anti originally, and I'm like, no Spider-Man? I play with him literally every time I can. This is going to suck. But that's, right after this decision is basically where I stopped playing anyway. So, enough rambling. I've been talking about 4 minutes, which probably is really boring to look at the screen. But this explanation was really important for those of you who don't understand, or for those of you who want to know what I'm deciding. So, I like both characters, Captain America, Iron Man, and what I decide now is nothing to do with the characters I get to play as, or anything like that. I'm just, in terms of me believing how true the story is, and how much of a comic book fan I am, Tony has completely changed his personality. He's completely changed his viewpoint of what I'm used to, he's completely going with the whole, we gotta do this, Now, personally, do I believe that this Reservation Act should happen? No, I don't agree with this whatsoever. That's my opinion, blah, blah, blah. There's no reason to get angry about that. It's just a comic book. Get over it. Captain America, however, is probably risking a lot more, because he's a public figure. Pretty much everyone loves him, and because he's not really a superhero, he's more of a figurehead that leads other superheroes, so the public will trust them. So if he does something wrong, everyone's gonna be like, what? Captain America just did that? Could you imagine bad press about Captain America? So Captain America is really risking a lot in terms of the story, and I know it's not real, but again, if I wanted to believe this to be true, which I would love to believe the comics, have some sort of real life impact, then Captain America is risking a hell of a lot more. Tony's not really risking anything, because he's gonna be, like, he's already public. Everyone not really loves Tony Stark, but I mean, he's well known, and he's popular with some, unpopular with others, but now he's agreeing with all this government stuff, so you really can't fault the guy, because he's like, you know what, he's doing exactly what people want him to do. So I'm gonna go with the Anti-Registration Act, because I think there's a lot more risk involved, which means a lot more reward, and this could be a good fight, a great struggle, and I really want to be on this side when that happens, because hopefully we do get to overcome this. Now, if you don't know what happens at the end of Civil War, I won't spoil it, but it doesn't turn out well for Steve. Let's just say that, which is kind of obvious as to what happens. But again, it doesn't really matter. Let's accept.
I never doubted you for an instant.
I know you didn't, Cap. Alright, guys, now we're to... Oh, we do get Spider-Man. Okay, there's actually something... Okay, now it makes sense. Sort of makes sense. I was unsure, actually, about that Spider-Man comment I made because something happens in the comic, and I'm not going to spoil it, but basically Spider-Man switches sides. He goes from Tony's side to Spider-Man's side. Sorry, to Captain America's side. So I wasn't sure what they were going to do, so I guess we do get him on our side, which is pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to call the episode there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like down below, and we'll start off next episode choosing our team that we're going to continue on with the Civil War storyline. So people have been complaining, this is the whole thing I heard, that this game wasn't really true to the comic book. And so far, it's been almost 100% accurate. Apart from the very beginning, with the whole Lucia von Bardis thing, that wasn't really the trigger. The trigger was the what you saw afterwards with the explosion. But, you know, to each his own, I guess. So I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like down below. If you have any more questions about the storyline, or if you're confused at all, just, you know, leave a comment down below, and I respond to most comments if there's a question or something. So, yeah, definitely do that. See you guys next time.